Rena, you got Kamala, blah 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 blah
So
blah.
I wanted to
So,
make it about money, but there are a lot of black men with money. So I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Right, they have their own money. So I'm trying to wrap my head around, is the black men that have money, are these not the type of women that they're pursuing? Like I really do try and wrap my head around that, because when I see it, I want to know why. I'm thinking to myself, well, what's going on with that?
Well, what I will say is this. It's always, and this is just my opinion, there's always been colorism within the black community.
Right.
And then when it comes to black women, it's always that thing where you cute to be dark skinned or whatever.
Lord.
And then it's also that's
so offensive.
Very much so.
That's so offensive.
It's like, that's not a compliment, sir.
Right.
Like, seriously.
Right.
But then you also have situations where the browner you are, the louder you are, the more ghetto you are, the more hard to deal with that you are. And the thing about it is that, and I say this all the time and I get a lot of flack for it, but I'm going to say it right now. Black girls, most of the time, 9 times out of 10, I'm not even going to say that. I'll say maybe 7 times out of 10, you have a single parent household, right?
You don't want to give it 50-50. God damn, 50, Dawn.
I mean, I'm just being realistic, but more often than not, you have a household where there's no man in the home.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So you have women raising daughters and women raising sons. And when these women are raising their daughters, black women raise their black daughters to be independent. Where on the flip side of that same coin, black women raise their black sons to be codependent. If you think about all the men that you've dated as an adult woman before, I'm not sure how long you've been married, they don't know how to make a doctor's appointment. They can't schedule, they don't know how to get a place. They usually moving in from their mama house to your house. And when they stop messing with you, they moving from your house back to their mama's house until they find another woman to move in with. Well, I'm not putting no dirt on the black man's name, but that's not, and it's not 100% their fault, because these women, you see it all the time. You'll see a single black woman with her young daughter when she's holding her hand, walking down the street, and her son is either in her arms where she carrying him or she pushing his ass around in the stroke.
I've seen that. And I mean, I will say I've been fortunate, my new husband and my ex-husband, they were, independent men. Like my new one, he cooks better than me. But this is the thing though. I got a question. Would you marry a white man?
No.
Me neither.
Absolutely not.
And it's not a prejudice, so I don't have anything against white people. With me, it's not. With me, it's just that it's not my cup of tea. I'm for the black family. I'm for the black family unit. I love to see black people together reproducing other black babies. So that, and I just wouldn't do a white man. I mean,
I'm not.
And it's they so good. It's a narrative being painted for us as black women.
Really?
That we should be with white men. If you see what's on TV now, they have a lot of black women, white men relationships with these caramel babies.
That's true. I mean, it's a lot of narratives being painted. You can't watch a TV show now without it being a black male gay couple.
Oh, absolutely not.
You can't watch a TV show where if the main character is a black woman of substance, 9 times out of 10, she either dating a white man or to leave her black man for a white man. It's a lot of narratives that are put out there specifically for us.
Right.
In our community. And it's like, stop trying to, if you're not a free thinking person who thinks outside of what's right in your face, you're going to fall into, whatever narrative is being painted for you as what's popular at the time.
Right.
I'm 40. I just turned 47 years old last Sunday. Not yesterday, but last Sunday, the 25th.
Look at this.
I mean,
look at this black don't crack. And look at this melanin. Yes. See y'all.
It's like I'm not from the social media world.
Right. And neither am I really.
Right. So it's like we're in social media now because we need it for business and networking and things of that nature for our field. But I'm not in social media like where it's embedded in me, where I'm looking at these people on social media and trying to fashion my life behind this 15-second video or this one photo that's been edited and photoshopped and this, that, and the third. Like, that's just not my thought process. But then you have my daughter who's 26, and it's like, I got to get my followers up, and I got to look like this and dress like this and act like that and be like that. And it's like, sweet.
And I don't be giving none of that. Like, I try not to care, but
that's our age group.
Yeah, that's our age group. Like, it's like, I really be like, don't really care what y'all think of me.
That part. And it's like, and people only post their accomplishments. They don't post their failures.
Facts.
You know, I'll give you a perfect example because I'm very transparent.
Right.
You know, when I started my first business, right, I quit my job and I decided that this is what I was going to do. Halfway through, I had to file bankruptcy because my house was in foreclosure.
Right, because it takes a lot.
It takes a lot. So here it is, I'm filing bankruptcy to keep my house. I'm not posting that on social media. I posted the grand opening of the driving school. I posted my first class.
Well, at least you filed to keep your house. I think I filed to keep my car.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, it was so much smaller.
Whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? But it's like when people ask me what it's like, I share openly because that was 7 years ago.
Right.
Now I'm in year 8 and I'm getting ready to purchase another home and investment property and this, that, and the third. So it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. But if you're not true and authentic to who you are, and when you get out here and you start sharing your story, if you're making it seem like, you know, unicorns and unicorn glitter and daffodils, then you're doing the people that you're talking to a disservice. It's not pretty.
Dawn, I can really honestly say I give 0 fucks what a person thinks about me.
Baby.
Like, when I say 0,
okay,
that's how I can come out and say, yeah, I was in a cult. I saw a UFO. I don't give a fuck what you think about me.
Listen, when you
I know my life and I know my journey, and I know that at the end of the road, guess what? None of you Negroes is going to be there judging me.
That part.
For my authenticity or my goodness in heart. And, you know, it's hard to be a good-hearted person nowadays.
It is.
Because people truly take advantage of it.
Yes.
They stampede over it. They use you. And it's nothing wrong with using a person so much. It's something wrong with when you misuse people.
Right.
Is when it's a problem.
Yes.
It's like, yo, okay, everybody has to use somebody for some type of destination they're trying to go.
Absolutely.
But you don't have to misuse people.
Right.
I'm the type of person, I like to be nice.
Yeah.
I feel good when I'm nice. It's that when I'm nice, people walk all over it like I'm a sucker. I'm not a sucker. I want to be in a good vibration.
Absolutely.
And I hate to have to look at people and be like, I gotta be this way today, or I gotta be around this way. I don't like that. I like being a nice person,
right,
and a given person. So Ketanji, she is the first Black woman to sit in the Supreme Court, and I'm proud of it. Biden has put 11 women in federal judge positions since he's been in office.
Okay,
and that's more than any administration. My husband was like, well, he ought to, because a Black woman has put him in office.
That part.
We put his old ass. He can barely stay on the stage, honey. We don't put him in office.
He fell out and fell over so many times.
He done fell off the bike. He done stumbled. I think he got a little dementia. He looked confused.
I mean, seriously.
You know Trump had to be bad when this was the alternative. Girl. Okay? You know we wanted him out of there.
Where's Trump? Get him back because we was balling. We was eating crab seafood bowls every week, like.
And I'm looking at her resume. You know, she graduated from Harvard and Harvard Law. And as I'm rotating on this lady's journey, because she's born in 1970, she's not that old. You're talking about, what is that, 52?
52.
52?
Yeah.
She's not that old. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm laying there and I'm like, Kim Kardashian could never.
Yeah, she could never.
And this is why I say this. Even though Kim Kardashian, and there's no shade to Kim Kardashian as far as her degree in law, or she's trying to get her degree in law, it's like once you make a sex tape, in my opinion, like hold on, and I'm not judging. I am judging people. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. Once you make a sex tape, in my opinion, and you put the sex tape out, it ain't like somebody leaked it. You and your mama, y'all strategically put it out and sold it to the public. It wasn't even a good sex tape.
Wasn't even a good one.
But once you make a sex tape, I'm like, it takes away, and it shouldn't, but it does. All this feminist shit, I don't give a fuck. It takes something away from the journey. You know, in my opinion, this is just me speaking.
I think that coupled with it's how she has presented herself. Once the sex tape came out and she became popular, you know, it is part of this pop culture with Paris Hilton and this, that, and the third. She kind of dimmed her own light in the future because she didn't really give herself the chance to show us anything different.
Do you think
like that narrative? I'm sorry, that narrative was created with the sex tape, and then everything that she has done since that has been publicized until this whole getting people out of jail has been very superficial.
Right, very superficial. Do you think? Because I think she plays a victim a lot. Like it's like the whole family plays this pure, wholesome, innocent facade, and they've been hoeing for a long time.
Listen.
And I don't really care like it's all alleged, so you want to take my podcast, whatever, but they've been allegedly hoeing for years, right? Yes, they have. They've been hoeing for years. Well, it started with, you know, Kim and her doing her thing, all the way down to the baby, who is Kylie or Kendall. Which one is Kendall? I think Kendall is the youngest.
Kylie is the youngest.
The girl got a whole new face, okay?
Yeah, yes, she do.
Kylie got a whole new face.
She sure do.
I know it's a new face because I went on YouTube and a plastic surgeon did a step-by-step of what all she had done from the time.
The show and see from season 1 to the present. That's not that you ain't growing to that.
This doctor went with Kylie's face from the time she was like 12 or 13 until now. A whole new face, excuse me. But anyway,
she looks good.
She looks very pretty.
She looks good.
But what you supposed to look like with a new face?
I mean, you better look good, bitch.
Right, because right, exactly. Like,
I mean,
let me get a new face, okay?
Well, let me say this. I'm not going to say they was hoeing, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
If you put any woman, black, white, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, whatever, if you put any woman's dating life from, let's say, you're grown when you're adult when you age from 18 to however old she is now. Mm-hmm. We all hoes to somebody. I think the problem is that dating does not equate to sex. People automatically assume, okay, if me and my man break up today or tomorrow, y'all used to seeing me with Sean. Mm-hmm. I mean, you should probably shock the shit his ass.
I'm very.
He is still at work.
Okay. Good job, Sean.
He at the job.
Okay.
But if I show up to the comedy show that we about to do at the end of the month,
right,
with a new dude, well, where's Sean at? Bitch, it's over with him. If I show up with him with a new dude, that don't mean he hit already. That just means I'm trying to feel him out and see if I want to give him a little something. But for some reason, people automatically equate dating with sex. We got this whole thing about ladies, date until you in a relationship. If you got 5 guys, if you got a starting 5 roster, you date everybody. You see who you like, see who you vibe with, blah, blah, blah. And then that's what one group of people saying. And the other group is saying, no, that make you a hoe, this and the third. Dating does not equate to fucking.
No, it doesn't. But you know it's a lie. It's a few people that came out and said they didn't hit that with Kim.
Do that make it true?
Now, what I will say, it doesn't necessarily make it true, but you know, in their circle, a lot of times where there's smoke, there's fire. Now, what I will say is, I haven't read where a whole lot of men came out to say that they smashed Chloe.
True. Is she smashable?
I don't know. She might have to ask her father, OJ.
Oh my Lord.
So he might be her father, her real daddy, allegedly, might be scaring folks off.
I mean, seriously. I guess
well, she's had some PTSD from Tristan, but that's a whole nother.
No, that ain't no PTSD. She just dumb.
No, she said she's traumatic, that her brain switched levels.
Dumb for the dick.
Chloe says her brain switched level gears when she found out he was cheating, and it depressed her, and she had to go see a doctor. You know and all this.
The brain switched because when he gave her that dick, can I say that?
Yes.
When he gave her that dick, he went too far back and hit that switch that's up in your uterus.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Every woman got a switch that's in that
we
uterus.
Do.
And if the dick goes and turns that light switch on,
it ain't no turning off.
You don't know what kind of shit, chemical imbalance you're going to get into in your brain. And any man who has ever flipped that switch, you don't know if the bitch going to be depressed. Mm-hmm. You don't know if the bitch going to be crazy. You don't know if the bitch going to get scared. You don't know what's going to happen. I tell you, for me, when the switch get clicked, it's like that shit just keep calling me.
Not the switch get clicked.
I gotta go to
not the switch.
Listen, I mean, I'm like, oh God, I need to get some of it right now. It's like I done turned into a whole crackhead.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes. And when that switch goes, you like, oh wait, right.
Wait a minute.
And all you want to do is ride it. You don't give a fuck. You late for work. If he call you, if he off and you got to go to work, all of a sudden you calling in sick. Your lymph nodes are swollen.
Oh my, not your lymph nodes.
I'm telling you, when that dick go up and it hit right here, as soon as he pull it back and go bam, and that click go click, you be like, oh.
And that's what happened to Chloe.
That's what happened.
Wow, I don't want no parts of that kind. I like the good kind, but not that kind. So I don't know.
Devil dick is what it's called. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, that's devilish. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
yeah. And here's the thing: every woman, if you haven't already met him, every woman got a man that she will forever stay away from when she's happy in a relationship, because the moment that they get 5 minutes alone, she's back on the dick.
Well, and that's so funny that you say that, because I'm so blessed and highly favored.
Mine asked me let me get a bottle of sangria from you. Yeah, okay, he's still waiting. He asked me in June. All I said was happy birthday.
Mine's came to me now, so now I don't have to worry about the going back part, but
just hold on tight.
Yes, I definitely will. I definitely will.
Because the moment you let it go, you're gonna be like with your binoculars, like in the bushes.
Wow. So I mean, I don't want to stalk a person. That's so scary to me.
But you don't know until he try to take the dick away.
That's so scary to me, to think that I would literally stalk a man.
But you don't know yet.
Oh my God!
Because you said you just got.
Yeah,
click.
but
you just got the click, and that's
but I'm at an age where I think I can.
You think you can
control my stalker-ish.
Okay, let him leave. Go ahead, let him break up. You gonna be calling my phone talking about, bitch, put your army fatigues on to meet me in the bushes at 1300 hours. Right, but that's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, bitch. No, I'm not meeting you in the bushes with the army fatigues on.
I'm definitely stalking. So it
ain't happened to you yet.
I don't want that part to happen, because I got work and stuff to do.
Yeah,
like nobody wants to be stalking somebody over the date.
It happened to me young, so I know how to.
And see that didn't happen to me young at all. Yeah. So what
you do with your whole years?
I was married. I really wasn't hoeing.
Squandered your time. You're wasting time.
I had to do what I had to do. So
see, I used my whole years the way I was supposed to.
Right. Yeah. And so a lot of times it pays off. Sometimes it pays off, because then when you get older, yeah. So with Ketanji, so we can wrap it up on her. I'm so proud that a Black woman is on the seat in the Supreme Court. But her seat, she's actually sitting in the chair of a former Supreme Court Justice, John Marshall, who owned slaves. So I thought that was really interesting. Because that's full circle for your ass, you know.
Yes, it is, literally and figuratively.
He was a slave owner, and now a Black woman has his chair. And, you know, I read up on him a little bit. He had 150 slaves when he passed, whatever. But that also brought me to a lot of white people. Y'all still benefit from the slave trade. Y'all still benefit from the oppression of black people, yet y'all still trying to act like it doesn't exist. But we're not going to go there. Poly marriages. Okay, so these Negroes think they ready for more than one wife.
Can they afford it?
I don't even think it's about affording right now. I just think that they think they can do this.
They do. Let me tell you a story. Top of the year, I had this black man come into my home to paint.
Okay.
He got, his religion allots him 2 wives.
What religion is that?
What's the ones that look like the Shogun of Harlem? What's the ones that dress like the Shogun of Harlem?
Oh, you talking about with the outfits? You Israelites.
Thank you.
Okay.
You know what the show?
Yeah, they Israelites.
That's what he said. Well, then he said something about being Jewish because
they believe they're the Jews.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got 2 wives and you keep having kids with them, but your teeth is fucked up.
We not going even.
You got your priorities.
We got to start before that part, Dawn, because you're hilarious at this point. We got to start before the teeth.
Your priorities is fucked up.
They trying to make this a trend on TikTok.
You cannot eat the pussy with gingivitis.
No, but he's going to do it.
That is a lie.
He's going to do it. And guess what? It's going to be a woman there for this with all of that.
He got 2 of them.
So look, I'm looking on TikTok. You know, whatever you look at on TikTok is in the algorithms, right? And so they constantly send it to you. So I'm looking at this black guy, and the post is captioned, they asked me am I going to bring all my wives? And he does this dance. He had 5. There's 5 of the 5 ugliest bitches I ever seen in my fucking life. Okay.
There you go.
I was like, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. But then they showed me another guy with 3 of them. A mess.
Well, like I said,
first of all, polygamy is illegal. If y'all don't know, in America, it's illegal. Okay, let's start with that. Okay.
Well, the Shogun of Harlem said he can have 2. Show enough. Said, do you know what?
Yeah, that's you.
You know what movie that's from?
The Last Dragon.
The Last Dragon. If anybody watches don't know what that, it's the Last Dragon.
Yeah, it's the Last Dragon.
And that nigga come out looking. That's what he. Boy,
who telling these men that they are? Because first of all, the guy with the 5 wives. I'm sorry if I'm saying. I don't care at this point. All of them looked a mess. Mm-hmm. Somebody was getting food stamps. And not only that.
Not the stamps.
Like, yeah, not only that, I mean, it looked ratchet.
Yeah, go ahead. Dusty.
Very dusty. Yes. I wasn't going to say it, but.
Very bacterial vaginosis amongst the 5.
But who's telling these people that they can do this, Dawn?
They told themselves. Because here's the thing, and that's what I was talking about earlier. People see stuff on social media and automatically feel like they can adopt that into their reality, not realizing that everything that you do comes with a responsibility. We can laugh and we can joke all we want to, but if my man came home today and said, I think I'm ready for another wife, we gonna have a serious conversation. First of all, don't play in my face.
Okay.
Because I can call devil dick right now and shut all this down.
Not devil dick. Hold up, Dawn. Not devil. Devil dick got to stay out of this.
Part 1.
He's dangerous.
Because I'm a Libra, and what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Which means if you think that you just ready get out here and bring some bitch to the house, first of all, I don't even do threesomes. Because if a bitch inhale too hard and exhale too quick when the dick go in, that's when the fight broke out.
Okay.
So ain't no need in you coming over my house with this bullshit talking about, I think it's time for us to invite another wife into the house. No, what I think it's time for you to do is pack up your things and see if this goofy bitch will allow you to come over there and add another wife, because I'm not doing that.
And see, I'm not against multiple wives, but it has to be it's a proper way to do that.
Okay.
And so, and everyone has to be in agreement. And this is not something you just spring on somebody. These are conversations you're having in the courting process, the dating process. If y'all don't know what court is, because most of y'all don't. These are conversations that you have in the courting process. I'm not against multiple plural wives. I'm against it being done in a way where it's just about sex.
Okay.
So a lot of these people, I'm saying poly, but I'm like, y'all is taking mollies because it's purely sexual. Like, no, the 5 girl, I feel like it's purely sexual.
Right.
So it's so much more to having multiple wives than sex.
I agree. And see, here's the thing for me. I'm not against it either because that's your business.
Right.
See, I'm a strong believer in I mind the business that pays me.
Exactly.
So if one of my girlfriends or even if my daughter decided that that's what she wanted to do, then that's her life path.
Right.
That's none of my concern.
Right.
What I'm saying is I'm not fucking with it.
Right. And because it's very tricky.
Yeah.
Because I've personally experienced it. I've lived with it, and you have to have. That man, one, has to have a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, you got to have rules and boundaries.
It's a lot of rules that go with. It's a lot of rules that go with having multiple wives. It is a lot of scheduling. A lot of children come into the play. You need some money. I don't know why these people think that they're going to live off the government with more than one wife. That just is asinine to me. Like, get your ass up. If you want more than one wife, think of a master plan to be able to afford these women and them kids.
See, that's where you lost me with the kids, with the multiple kids. Because I'm going to need Ketanji to bring back that Roe v. Wade, make that abortion back illegal.
I think she will. I think she balances out the Supreme Court.
Go ahead, check yes on that, sis.
So I've lived with that. Like I told you my experience, and I was in a situation where, as though from time to time, I would go to the house of this man who had these 13 wives. Now, mind you, all of 13 wives can't live in the same house.
Right.
So some of the wives lived in Maryland, some of the wives lived in Kansas, and some of them lived in Cincinnati. But the wives that were in the same house, they ain't like each other. Them bitches was fighting like cats and fucking dogs. If they didn't have a schedule or a calendar, they'd kill one another.
Because they got to divvy up the dick.
They got to divvy up the dick, and they all vying for this man's attention.
Yeah.
And even though he had his wives in order, they believed in the seniority system. So, of course, his first wife was the main wife. She was the first wife was made the schedule for all the other wives.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So the first wife,
me on the third bitch because I'm tired of waiting.
So it was her responsibility. It was the first wife's responsibility to know when you're on your cycle.
That's a job.
It's a lot. It was a lot.
Did she have to work like regular?
No, outside of the home. No, because they had about 18, 20 kids running around his home. So, it's a lot. That was a lot of work. So now you got to schedule who he's sleeping with. You got to schedule who doing the dishes. You got to schedule who's time for the bathroom, clean the bathrooms.
This sound like some bullshit. I'm sorry. That sound like
and
some
then the
bullshit.
First wife would come up to you, Dawn, and say, you know what, Dawn, you don't look beautified enough. Go back and put some better clothes on. And you won't say yes, ma'am, and take your raggedy ass. Hold on, and then take your raggedy ass upstairs.
This Libra gonna say yes, ma'am. To a grown ass.
Then take your raggedy ass upstairs and get beautified. Right, exactly.
Bitch, what faces you playing in?
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. It's a responsibility that I already know that I couldn't. Like, I'm not in a sorority.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not because I don't think the sororities are a awesome, wonderful sisterhood, but it's something about a grown woman calling me 3-4 o'clock in the morning to make me do something that just don't set right with my spirit.
Right. Everybody's not built for that. Everybody's not built for that.
Like, we equals, and that's not what sisterhood means to me.
No.
If I was ever in charge of something like that, it would be about sisterhood. What you got a paddle for, bitch?
Yeah,
who you want to hit with a paddle?
Somebody.
You better hit your damn self, bitch, because I don't play that.
Because you fight back. We fight back.
Yeah. And I'm not willing to do all of that just to be a part of. And I don't even know if how factual it is. I mean, you see the news and the TV shows and the movies and stuff like that. It may be true. It may be false. I don't know. But if it can't be, but so fictional, if that's what's being projected.
To be in a poly relationship, you have to be spiritually in accord with each other. And even then, it's really a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of work that I don't want to be a part of.
I'd
rather go to work
than to be. Well, you would be the wife that support the family then.
No. No, ma'am. Absolutely not.
You be the wife to go out and work.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and work.
You will have the good job. You know, about 2 or 3 of y'all gotta work while the other ones take turns taking care of the kids.
Remember that part in What's Love Got to Do with it when Angela Bassett was running across the street and shit? She was like
all through traffic.
That'd be me running from the poly murder. If you would give me a room, I promise I will pay you back.
But see, what we can't wrap our heads around is these women love this man.
Devil dick.
Right. So the love they have for him, yes, 2 or 3 of them are getting out and working while these other ones are there, taking care of the children, raising the children, going through all of this other stuff.
I don't want that job.
I know.
I don't want to take care of the kids because I whip ass.
Because see, the thing is, I'm not against it, but seeing it with these people made me be like, not really wanting to jump out there and try it, because I saw how it could work in reverse when you don't like the women that are with your husband.
Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing. Even in the courting, dating phase of it, this is just my opinion. Everything sounds good and cute and slick until you actually have to do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when initially you like, yeah, I mean, because here's the thing. A lot of times, more often than not, until you reach a certain age, when you start dating someone, they're dating and they're meeting your representative.
Right.
Who you want them to think that you are. So you're very agreeable in the beginning.
Always.
Oh yeah, I'm with it, and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And then the time comes to actually do these things. And you can do it for a little while, but after a while, the real you comes out, and your real personalities and your morals and your principles and your values kick in, and now you like, I changed my mind, yo.
Yeah,
for me,
right. And then the thing is, when you change your mind, when you change your mind,
I picked this one.
When you change your mind, it's unfair for you to say, I know you love this chick, but that's all over with. I'm not with none of this. You gotta not love her no more. Mm-hmm. But you put yourself in that trick bag. Yeah. And it's a
responsibility.
Yeah. So now here's the problem with you and him. When it may not have been no problem if y'all had just been y'all too. Now you got the problem of this other wife.
But that's where you have to be. Here's the thing. You can let a man meet your rep. A man can let you meet his rep. And you can get back with your girls and he can get back with his guys and be like, yo, something. But at the end of the day, you have to be true. Even if you fake with somebody else, because we all fake at some point in time.
At some point.
You have to be true and authentic with yourself.
Right.
It's going to do you a disservice to get deep into a situation off of something that's built off of that's something that's not authentic. Right. It's like if Sean does not have any kids. Okay.
And does he want kids?
He has no children. In the beginning of our relationship, he said to me, I want to have a kid. Mm-hmm. He said, I talked to my grandfather, and my grandfather feels like, I should have at least one child. Hopefully it's a boy to carry on the family name.
Right.
So I said, okay, well then it was nice to meet you because I'm not having no kids.
Right.
I was true and authentic. I was not going to enter into a relationship with this man, knowing not only that I didn't want to have kids, I literally cannot.
Right.
I've had a surgical procedure where I cannot get pregnant. So it would be unfair of me to allow this man to fall in love with me. I fall in love with him, and we living and growing and being and we having sex and I don't know what's going on and I just can't get pregnant. Bitch, you know what's going on.
Yeah. I would never do that. That matter of fact, I personally think that's evil as fuck.
I think it's right. It's very messed up.
So in my situation is not the same, but it's like sort of similar. But I was just like, okay, if I get pregnant, that's fine. But you know,
I don't like kids.
Well, see, you don't. See, and that's different from.
I don't. But the thing about it is that the point of me sharing this with you is that I was willing to lose him
to be your authentic self
because it would not have been fair,
right,
for me to let him get into this relationship,
believing he would have a baby with you,
right, and then because you know I told you this before, Sean was in prison for 21 years,
right.
So he went away when he was 16 and came out at 37.
Right.
So that's why he don't have no children.
And he might want some.
But then what happened was this. I didn't change his mind.
Okay.
What happened was he got friends who came right home
and had babies.
Mm. And now guess what? The conversation is, I feel like I'm right back in prison because I still can't come and go
as I please with these kids
because I got to get home to these kids. And I said, and I want you to know something. If I was to ever get pregnant, overtime. It's 4:26. I'll see you in 34 minutes, my nigga, because I know damn well you ain't leaving me here
with this baby. And see, that was
the baby father. I'm going to get a beer.
Right.
You get the baby.
And that was the thing about this.
You wanted this baby.
This whole polygamy thing. It was like, you know, I did think, okay, so some woman may not want to have more children, but if she had these other wives, they would have the kids for her, you know, so she could be a part of the process, but not a part of the process. My thing is, and this is just me, in looking at the whole situation and the totality of the situation, I feel that my fear of losing my good man would somehow sabotage that shit for me.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know what? I believe in it. I kind of like it, but it's a slippery slope. I don't want to go down that road and find this lady for my guy. We all getting along. Then she has my guy baby, and then all of a sudden, you know, this guy that I am forever love is now it's a problem I created for myself by allowing another woman into our relationship.
Mm-hmm. It's like it's you gotta be honest and true to who you are, and in the beginning, and that's what happens a lot of times with us as not just as women but as Black women,
right? Because
I say this all the time as well. Me and my girlfriends be talking, and I say, you know, one of the reasons why we as women stay in relationships for so long, even relationships that we know aren't going anywhere or not working, is because it took us so long and it was so difficult to get here. You know, if a man and a woman break up, that man can post FREE fuck bitch free, and it's 25
I'll
bitches
get that motherfucker page shut down.
Listen, I'm just saying, and it's 25 bitches in his DM trying to be his woman. If we post the same FRE fuck different, it's 25 niggas trying to fuck.
Yeah.
But they not trying to be in a relationship, because most women always want to be in a relationship. Men ain't jumping from relationship to relationship. Not all men, not most men.
Right.
They not going from one girlfriend and the next one they date is their new girlfriend. No, and that's why we stay in these relationships. So yeah, it's like, oh, I need to cater to him or give him what he needs. You know, even if I don't want to.
Right.
For fear of losing my man.
Right.
And we have to change that narrative in our own brain, because he needs to be just as fearful of losing his good woman, right, as you are of losing your good man. I'm not with the poly relationship. Yeah. That's not for me, babe. Because if I go to the lavatory and a bitch inhale and exhale too quick, that's when the fight broke out.
See, you ready to put hands on somebody.
So if this is what you want, and here's the thing,
ready to put hands on them.
Don't, bitch, if you inhale real deep and exhale fast, I'm about to slap shit out you. Because the thing about it is that I know me. I'm not good at that.
Right. But
so I don't knock it. If that's what you choose to do, great. I just know that that's not something that I could mentally handle.
And you know what?
And I'm honest about that.
In defense of our black men, I am seeing a segment of the black men population who are actually big upping good women.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't know if social media is bringing these men to my attention, but I'm starting to, I know social media is, but I'm starting to see a segment of black men who are saying, you know what, we love our black women. Yeah. We want to be good black men. We appreciate good black women. We want to do this and do that. I hope that movement continues because, you know, our brothers are slipping.
Well, let me say,
and that's why I'm like, y'all y'all dusty asses need to get a job.
That part. But here's the thing. It's going both ways.
Right.
Because we really actually have to support each other.
Right.
You know, one thing, you know, I talk my shit or whatever the case may be. But one thing that I don't do is I don't bash black men.
I don't either. And I hate to see it.
You know, I voice my opinion about what I think based upon my experience. But I would never give, like you asked me earlier what I dated white. No, I would never give up on my black men because I love them too much.
I talked about supporting black men and somebody actually got in a comment and called me a damn pick-me. The fuck is a pick-me?
A pick-me?
Because it sounded too close to pick-a-nitty. So I'm looking at my hair and shit. I'm like, I ain't no motherfucking pick-a-nitty, bitch.
But here's the thing. That's a hating ass whore.
Right.
Because how
saying I'm a catering too much, like I didn't know it was a thing that if you cater too much to black men, you're considered a pick-me.
Let me explain something to you.
Pick me. Like what?
Me and Sean have been together for 2 years. You know that man have never made his own plate?
Listen.
I could be a pick-me all you want to. He ain't never made. The only time
I was about to lie until I went and looked over at my man. I was about to say my man ain't never made a plate neither. Listen, but he really don't make plates. I do make his plates.
If he made a plate, it's because I wasn't there.
Right. If I cook, I'm making my man a plate.
Oh yeah. Now who get the plate first? Your kid or
your man? My man get the fucking plate first. Come on now. Shit. Let's talk about it.
Hell yeah.
My man gets the plate first.
Right.
And I don't see how that's a pick-me. I mean, because I consider him.
You know who? Somebody that says is a bitch who ain't getting picked.
I believe it's a bitch with no man.
Who ain't getting
picked. You ain't getting picked, bitch. And now you want to talk because they have a movement. I'm not gonna say it's a feminist movement, but it is a movement out here for these women to act like they don't need a man. They don't want a man. They not gonna submit to a man. A man can't tell them nothing.
And you know what they call bull daggers,
right? Or lonely
bull daggers. Get you a bitch then. Get you some pussy, because clearly that's what
lonely.
You want. Can I say bull daggers? I'm sorry, that's
yes. You can say.
Incorrect.
Is it?
Excuse me for the LGBTQ.
Well, I mean, I know some LGBTQ people don't mind getting called a bull dagger.
I mean, that's my generation. That's my generation.
We get more offended than they do. We do know that.
I think that shit funny.
We get no. I'm just saying, like the straight agenda people get more offended about the gay stuff than the gay people.
I don't get offended about nothing.
Because I've had a gay person on the phone with me, a gay guy be like, that's some faggy shit right there. And I'm like, you know what it is.
It is.
As soon as he said it, I'm like, I can say it.
Hell yeah, you got to call it what it is. But yeah, it is. But here's the thing. And you know, sometimes when I do my comedy, right, I'll say, where are all my independent women at that don't need a man but should clap your hands? They be like, I be like, I hate you dumb bitches.
I hate y'all asses.
I hate you dumb bitch. You dumb.
I love having a man.
Oh my God, who wants to carry a case of waters in the house?
I love a good black man.
Who wants to carry a case of waters in the house, bitch?
Not me. Who wants to take out trash?
Who's taking out trash? I already took out my own trash in 2 years, baby. Babe, you know it's Thursday, trash day is tomorrow. Thank you. I
don't even remember trash day sometimes. He'd be like, I don't even have to think about. Those are the things I don't want to think about.
Babe, can you open this for me, please?
Yeah,
please?
I don't want to think about it.
I'm not opening no jars. I'm not taking out no trash.
My man turned on the heat.
I'm not picking up nothing heavy.
Like, come on.
My God, it's so heavy. I'm a straight damsel in distress.
I know. Like, who wants that life?
I love it.
I love it too.
I love it
too. And like, I don't understand when a woman says she don't need it. Like, I'm like, you just never had it.
She probably can't get one.
Right, because I see a lot of these people out here talking about, oh, I don't never want to be married. Nobody never even asked you, man.
Right. Who asked
like,
you?
How do you know if you want to be married and nobody never asked you to be married? Like, how can you say this?
But I'm gonna tell you, it probably came from her raggedy haired mother.
Probably, because you got a lot of mothers that teach that.
Yeah, you have a lot of mothers. Mm-hmm. So when you grow up,
and I'm gonna say black mothers. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna say black mothers.
Even teach you what to do or what not to do. My parents were married until my father passed away when I was 36 years old.
Yes,
and I learned a lot from watching them. And most of what I learned is what not to do. Like watching my mother taught me how to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. My mom did real good at that.
No, my mother did not.
Oh, mine's did.
That's how come I learned.
Okay.
Because I saw what it did to their relationship and the dynamic of their relationship. So now in my relationship, when I'm upset about something, I know how to dial that back and get my thoughts and emotions together so I can communicate in a way that he can understand me.
Right.
People communicate to respond and not to understand. And that's the problem.
That is
if you sit back and take your ego out of it and just listen to what the other person has to say, you can gain some understanding about their perspective on that situation.
And then it has a lot to do. What are you trying to prove?
But it's ego.
Sometimes people want to win an argument.
Ego.
But in winning an argument, what does it gain you?
Break up.
Closer to loneliness.
Break up.
Because winning that argument, is it better than having your soulmate next to you?
With you? Yeah, and that goes both ways.
You can win an argument and then be at the movies by yourself. Mm-hmm. You can win that argument and be out to dinner by yourself.
Yeah.
Like winning that argument is not that important to me.
What's more important? And it's not about conceding.
Right.
Again, it's about communicating so that you can understand one another. Babe, this is what you did and this is what you said, and it put me in this type of space.
Okay.
And moving forward, if you don't want me in that type of space, then you cannot do these things and say these things to me.
Facts. We got to take a break, but we're going to come back with myself, comedian Ray Diva, Dawn Renee. We're going to talk a little bit more. This has been a quick hour.
Right.
We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap it up.
Must secure our families. KFG Life Insurance Specialist is a company that partnered with 15 of the top life insurance companies to ensure you get the best pricing, knowledge, and products to suit your family needs. Some people believe that term insurance is better than whole life insurance, while others feel the complete opposite. Some may feel like universal life is the way to go, and others may feel it's better to have a whole life policy. The truth is, neither of the products are better. One just may be more suitable for your family. Our life insurance specialists are not biased, as they are partnered with several life insurance companies. This ensures our clients get the best pricing, education, and products that are suitable for their families. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist make these decisions easier for you and your family. Our office is located at Security Square Mall, next to Burlington, in the Coyoteman Show Network. Please call to make an appointment at 443-400-5224 or go to www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. That's www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist help you prepare your family in the present, because the future is not promised. Act now.
Ray Diva. Who wild is this? 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 Ray Davis. Who wild is this? Ray Davis. Who wild is this? Ray Davis.
And we are back, man. We having such a deep conversation about this poly stuff going on. So, in Utah, though, they did take it from a felony to like a misdemeanor or ticket now if you have multiple wives, you know. So that's good for them. Mm-hmm. But they're connected by religion.
Okay.
And so I think that's an important aspect of having multiple wives, is whatever religion you're in, it keeps y'all on the same page. Because I feel like these heathens, like them people I seen on TikTok, the religion they gonna need Jesus. It's not gonna work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know,
because the next video, some of them girls is gonna be fighting each other.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like, story time.
It's gonna be Bad Girls Club. This poly edition.
Right? No, really, because I believe the religion helps seal that deal. Sometimes.
Yeah, because I mean, correct me. I mean, I'm not really sure, but correct me if I'm wrong. The religion part is that kind of trains you,
right,
to be in that type of relationship and that type of dynamic.
Right.
So if you go into a certain type of church and this is what you're being taught, and then this is what you grow up in your household, then it's normal to you.
Right.
You know, whereas if that's not what you're used to, and then you're introduced to it, and you know, when your thought process has already been formulated, then that's where you could potentially run into a problem.
And then a lot of those kids who grow up in polygamy, they run away from it though. Yeah, they don't like it. Yeah, it's like because a lot of those religious groups, they do too much. Like they are with kids, and you know, it's like a brainwashing, and then you're forever a slave, and
nobody has time for that.
Nobody has time for that. So we are on to our wacky. So you're saying you would never do polygamy?
I can't.
You would never do a white man?
No.
Never. Not for money?
My doing shit for money days is over. I used to, you know.
Okay, just
my stripper days is over.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm just saying, if the $1 billion came into play,
like on some indecent proposal type shit, like I fuck him one time for the bag.
No, I'm talking about be with him.
I'm not. Is he mixed? Is he
no,
all white?
All white.
Like Anglo-Saxon?
All white.
Well, first of all, they're not gonna try to holler at me.
How do you figure?
Because I'm not giving what I'm supposed to have gave with the
did
the
you
white
see
man.
no did you see
So they don't like me no way.
Have you seen Jeff Benzo's new wife?
No.
Okay.
I don't really follow white people, their lives, so I don't really care about them. What? Oh, no.
You don't even like Jeff Benzo? I mean, not that it's a bit.
That's the Amazon guy?
Yeah.
I don't know. He got a new bitch?
He does.
Oh, okay.
And she
black?
No, but she's basic.
Well, he's basic.
Yeah, but I mean, he got a bag. So when you got a bag, you know you afforded more than basic women.
I mean, that's true.
It's lots of women out here that would definitely.
If Jeff Bezos tried to holler at me, like, where he gonna see me at?
It's some men that would sell their wives to this man. Like, no, seriously, like, you want her? Here.
If he tried to holler at me, like, do I have to have sex with him?
Probably.
No.
I know. Okay.
No thanks.
So, right. So the wacky.
Visual.
Yeah, right. No. But I get it. So the wacky weirdo of the week this week.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's bad. It's Freddie Lee Trone.
The hell is that? Is he white?
No, he's black.
Oh, I don't know what the hell that is.
Freddie Lee Trone and his families are the people who are being indicted for killing PNB Rock at the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle.
Okay.
So
that's their names?
That's his name. That's the father's name.
Okay.
Also indicted with him is his 17-year-old son and his wife.
Right. 3 dummies.
You're a goofy weirdo.
3 dummies.
Yes. I mean, what happened to back in the day when men were the protectors? They were the smart ones. You did things so that your kids wouldn't suffer.
Right.
You didn't put your wife in your business so she could stay safe. All 3 of you clowns are going down for murdering a man.
Over some jewelry. That she was going to get caught with, because I'm sure
regardless,
everybody want to put their name and their face on everything. Because now that you telling me who it is, I never knew the people's name.
Yeah.
I even heard that the 17-year-old had just came home and he was on the box. He
had an ankle monitor on his leg.
When he come across the threshold, why wasn't his PO alerted?
I feel like his father set him up and sent him in there, because they have video of the father and the son in the parking lot. The son gets out the car. The father drives off. The son goes in. He tries to rob him. P&B Rock has some kind of resistance. He shot him in the chest, and then he shot him in the back twice.
That's tough.
And then he runs out and gets back in the car with his father.
So, because they still haven't said what the mother was charged with.
She's conspiring after the fact. So she probably lied or hid something for them. And they saying, you know what? Since you ain't want to cooperate, we got your ass. Because remember, sometimes the police will leave you alone if they feel like, one, you cooperated. Two, you genuinely didn't have a part to do with it and you just got caught up in some bull crap. Or if they come to you and you provide them with information. Sometimes, though, if you don't cooperate with them and you want to be resistant and think you on TikTok and this is going to be a video and you going to tell the police the law, now you charged with accessory after the fact.
So this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to start with the stepmother.
Yeah, because it's a sad case.
Use a dummy.
A big dummy.
Because, and here's something else that is women supposed to ride or die and then the snitches get stitches, right?
Right.
But what happened to accountability? My thing is this. If I love you, I'm going to tell you when you fucked up. And I expect that same energy in return. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to jail. The gun is in the third drawer to the left. If you not go in the drawer, it's a false bottom. It'll fall out.
Right.
Praise God.
Yeah.
I'm not going to the prison. I eat organic.
Right.
Like I don't.
So that little oatmeal and all that stuff ain't gonna work for you. It ain't gonna work for me neither.
You know, I don't drink faucet water. I use a certain.
It's a good weight loss plan, though.
I'm not doing it. You know, I don't use soap on my vagina. I can't just go to prison. It's too many amenities that I'm gonna be losing out on. Riding or dying. I drive and live. I'm not doing that.
I feel you when you say, you know, you would have took a stand, because me personally, I would have took a stand.
And then where is the real mother of this young man?
They not saying. But apparently the father is dangerous.
Well, how he end up with the son?
I don't know, but see,
and that's the thing. See, my thing is, it's so many questions.
It's a lot of questions
that surround the situation. And here he is. He's 17 years old. He just
been in trouble already.
Just came home on the box, on parole or probation or whatever. And now you ain't 5 minutes out the jail. And now you about to go back for life.
I believe his father set him up, because, you know, in Baltimore and in a lot of big cities, that happen a lot, where these adult men will have these juveniles commit these crimes because they get less time or they get off.
But they charging these people with as adults.
Right.
Let's look at the lady who sent her son into the McDonald's over them French fries.
Right, exactly.
And he done killed somebody 20 years old.
I remember that story.
You know,
and both of them need to pay.
Absolutely.
Both of them need to pay.
It's just a terrible story and a terrible situation all the way around for everybody. Yes. But it's just very disheartening for you as a grown man to put your child and your woman in this kind of, you know, that's some bullshit.
It's some weird parents out here that really are savages, and, you know, they raising these kids to be savages, and this is why we be experiencing a lot of things. I thought that was just I'm sorry, but on certain things I'm a snitch.
Absolutely.
100, if on certain things I'm not, but but you commit murder and you got your son, because let me tell you something, you and your son can do that to that man. What make you think y'all won't do that shit to me?
I'm telling everything. I'm not going to jail.
I mean, no, seriously. If y'all get
fraud, the food stamps card is in the black wallet, in the green purse, in the closet, 3 hooks to the left. I'm not going to
think about it. John Muhammad killed how many people so that he could try and kill his ex-wife, his baby mother? How many he killed all them people as a plan so that he wouldn't look guilty when he killed his baby mother. Yep. Nah, I'm good.
I'm telling.
I am so good. Like, no. Y'all went into this place and y'all murdered this man.
You ain't got to blur out my face. You don't got. That's me. How y'all doing? Praise God. That was me. I told.
That's an episode of Fatal Attraction, because now I'm a witness. Right. Now y'all could be plotting against me because I know too much. People don't understand that about criminals, right? Like, yo, sometimes they turn on each other because you know too much.
Absolutely.
Nah, I'm good. I would have told soon as they wouldn't even I'd open the door with all the shit. Here go the gun. Here go the phones. Yeah, it was just dating this, and then I was scared. I've been waiting on y'all.
They ain't even got the knock. I'm showing up to the precinct. How y'all doing? Praise God. Here's all the evidence. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Look no further because it was a whole conspiracy theory out here about this.
Murder
like,
weapon,
it was the label. The
Murder
label
weapon.
did it. The white man did it, and it was a whole What's his name? He got an old crazy ass name too, on them crackhead names.
I'm like, is he white?
No, Freddie Lee Trone.
Freddie Lee sounds like somebody from the
right.
South.
Freddie Lee Trone. He sounds like an ex-crackhead son. Right. like a crackhead gets up. What's your son name? Oh, that's Freddie Lee Trone right there. Y'all been great. Thank you, Dawn, for coming
thank you
through.
for having me. This was fun.
It was fun. I hope to see you and do it again.
Absolutely. Just let me know.
All right. So, guys, thank you guys for tuning in to Ray Diva's World Podcast. I will see you guys next week. Peace out.
Ray Diva's World.